Hi, this is Mrs. Cornitz, and today we're going to be looking at division. I know that we just looked at multiplication of decimals. We will get to division of decimals, but first we're going to step back and kind of recall how to do division with whole numbers first. And so we're going to look at three different methods using the exact same problem, 372 divided by 3. So the first method that we're going to use is base 10 diagrams. We're going to use a picture to really understand what it is that we're doing when we're dividing. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to treat 372 divided by 3 as if we're breaking this 372 into three equal groups. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my equal groups. So what's nice is since I have three hundreds, I can make my groups right around them. I can split my hundreds equally into three groups, which is really nice. So I'll just make my groups, like I said, right around those hundreds. Here's my second group. And my third group. And so I started with my largest place value with my hundreds, and I was able to break those up equally into those three groups that I'm creating. So now I'm going to look at my seven tens, and I can't break seven tens up equally into three groups, but I can break up six tens into three groups. So I'm going to put two tens in each group. So I'm going to go ahead and put two tens over here and two tens over here. And two more tens go into this third group. And then I have one 10 left over. I can't split that 10 up equally into three groups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it up into 10 ones. Seven, eight, nine, 10. So this 10 got split into 10 ones. There were already two ones here from the 372. I had two ones. So these two ones plus my 10 ones from that 10 getting split up. Now I have 12 ones, and 12 ones can be split into three groups with four going into each group. So I have two, three, four. So that takes care of one, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. And then my last four. And so I had 372. I split them up into three equal groups. And when I did that, I ended up with 124 in each group. 124, 124. So 372 split up into three groups gave me groups that equal groups that had 124 in each. And so this method is really nice because we can see exactly what's going on. If we make a mistake, we can see the mistake that there isn't the same number in each, or that we didn't use all of our pieces. It's a really nice beginning step for understanding division. So now our next method is our partial quotients method. This isn't going to have a picture in it. This is just going to use the numbers. And when I'm thinking about this, 372 divided by 3, this time I'm going to be thinking about how many groups of 3 can I get while I'm doing this. That's what's really going to help me. So 372 divided by 3, I'm thinking how many 3's can I get? So 372, I'm going to start with the hundreds and see how many groups of 3 can I get out of 300. Well, I can get 100 groups of 3. And 100 groups of 3 is 300. So I subtract that away because I took care of that 300, and now I have 72 left. And so now I'm going to think of Think using tens. How many tens, um, how many groups of 3 can I get? 10 times 3 would be 30, 20 times 3 would be 60, 30 groups of 3 would be 90. That's too much. I'm at 72, so I can get 20 groups of 3, and 20 groups of 3, like we said, was 60. So I'm going to take that away because we took care of 60, and now we have 12. And so how many groups of 3 are in 12? Well, there's 4 groups of 3 in 12. So 4 times 3 is 12. So then I add up these quotients that I got. 300 divided by 3 was 100. 72 divided by 3, I got 20 with 12 left over. And then 12 divided by 3 was 4. These are all my quotients that I got. I add them up and I have 124 again. And of course, I should get the same answer each time. I started in the hundreds place, just like I did with the picture. I worked my way over to the ones. I got 124 groups of 3. And now it's time to look at our last method. What's nice about this method is that it takes less space than drawing the picture does. And we can still kind of realize what's going on. 100 threes is 320 threes is 60. 4 threes is 12. And so I don't have to like memorize the steps. I can see the steps as I'm going along. So now we're down to the long division method. If you see adults doing long division, this is the method that they usually are doing. It takes the least space. And so 372 divided by 3 again. This is sometimes called, we called this the digit by digit method when you were in 4th grade. We look at the first digit and we see how many 3s can we get from a 3. We can just get 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. Now we have to bring down the next number. So then, oops, 3 minus 3 was 0. I bring down the 7. And now I'm going to do 7 divided by 3. 7 divided by 3, well, 2 3s makes 6. So I subtract that from the 7, and I have a 1. And now I bring down the 2. Oops, all the way down. Bring down the 2 and put it by the 1. Now I have 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So once again, I get the same answer, 124. But I'm not really keeping track of that the 3 is worth 300. The 7 is worth 70. The 2 is worth 2 ones. I'm just going along digit by digit. Dividing by 3. When I'm doing this, I hopefully have the understanding that these are worth that amount. So when I look at my answer, I can look and see, does it make sense? 124, 3 times 124 equals 372. That looks about right. You want to kind of double check yourself when you're doing long division, because if you make a mistake, it doesn't jump out at you as well as it does with the other two. So look at your answer, see if that makes sense. We're still starting at the hundreds spot, moving towards the 1 spot. We're still doing things in the same order. It's just much simplified. It takes less space. It's more abstract. It's easier to make a mistake. So we really need to pay attention. So those are our 3 methods. If you have any questions, please come to office hours. I'm happy to talk with you. Just a few minutes talk can really clear up a lot of misunderstanding.